Yo guys, it's me, I guess you could say a random YouTuber, but it's me, the only nerd planet basically, as my YouTube channel name suggests. Today, I'll be teaching you guys about basic algebra, as you can see at the title above here. Yep. So, before I start off, I would like to state some of the golden rules for algebra. Let's start off with a simple question, maybe, so that we can jog up people's memory on basic algebra. So that's x. Just to confirm my drawings is very bad. X plus 5 is equal to 9, right? That's a 9. Yep. Let's say that's a 9. So how we do this is basically following the golden rule, and as the golden rule basically states, to make this an x, to make this side only x, we need to bring this 5 onto here, and to do that we're going to use one of the golden rules in algebra, which is very important, and that is invert. We're going to invert this basically opposite. We're going to turn it around, so we're going to bring that here, and we're going to do minus, sorry for my poor minus sign there. Yep, minus 5. Now you bring it here, it's equal to 9 minus 5 is 4. Let's go, we got our answer there. Now, it's not as hard as people think. It's just the golden rule is the main rule that you have to follow throughout this, which is bringing one numeral from the other side to the other side, which always means that you have to invert it, which is not that hard. Never, it's not that hard. Now we can also double check this, so we could do, instead of x, we could do 4 finally my plus looks so good. 4 plus 5, and we'll check if the answer comes to the same. So using the same normal plus and minus method, we find out that the answer is 9, right? Oh my days, it's not yep, we find out that the answer is 9. So using that, we say x is equal to 4 still. Yep, and that's the answer. Now, since we've done that, I'll do some other questions, or help you out on some other questions too. Now, some people might also be confused if the x was not, let's say not at sorry, let me bring that back. Let's say instead of the x being here, the x was here. Now, most people would be confused on that, because the x would be on that side, and yeah, so if the x was on this side, it wouldn't really matter on to which side it would be. You'd leave the x as it is and basically only bring the numeral to that side. Now I'll show you another example of that. So hold on, I think I need to rub that. Yep. Okay, so let's do a different one. 6. Oh, that's just a bad 6. 6. Let's just leave it like that. 6 plus x, right? We're gonna continue with our pluses right now. 6 plus x is equal to 13. Let's do a bigger numeral now. Now, looking at this, most people may say, hey, I don't understand this, what should I do? Just know that in front of the 6 there's always a plus sign, and that plus can be inverted into a minus, so you could always use that. So you bring this positive 6 onto this side, which would basically mean that it'll become a negative, so minus 6. So you get the answer of 13 minus 6. Some people may get it already, but it's 7. Yep. So now you can keep the positive sign for the x, but there's another golden rule for maths, and that is to use the least amount of ink. So we realistically will not write that, so we'll just write just an x, because realistically we'll know an x without any minus or plus sign is a positive because there's no negative sign in front of it or anything else that could be in front of it, right? So yeah, your answer is x is equal to 7. Now, since we've done that, let's go into the minus scenario, right? The minus scenario. Some people may find it hard, some people might find it easy. So I'm gonna do it the same way as I did it the first one. X, oh, that's a weird x. X minus, let's say 7 is equal to, yeah, let's do 10. Let's do 10. 10, that's a crazy 10, but let's say that's a 10, right? My handwriting is just not the best, but please bear with it. Yep. So, as you know, we'll take this negative 7. We'll take this negative 7, bring it across, place it here. Like a good boy it is, it'll be becoming a positive, which means, I guess I didn't explain this much, but when you bring a negative from the left hand side to the right hand side, it'll become a positive. And when you bring a negative from the right hand side to the left hand side, it'll still be a positive. So even, let's say if the negative 7 was on this side and you brought it this side, let's say you brought it instead of that, you brought it from there to here, it would let's say it was a positive 7 here, you bring it here, it'll become a negative 7. So algebra is doesn't really matter what side it is, as long as it's in the opposite side. It wouldn't change the fact that it needs to be inverted. Yep. Continuing on that though, yep. So it's a positive 7 on this side. Let's see, is it a positive 7? It is. 10 plus 7 is 17. Your x is equal to 17. Now, like I said, you could always double check. I didn't double check for the last one because it was quite easy, but let's double check for this one. X, oh sorry, it's actually, let's replace the x with 17 and then with a minus 7 there and equal to 10. Now this is correct. Oh, okay, my drawing is kind of messed up. Yeah, this is correct. Yeah, I believe it is correct. Even if you write it on a calculator, it is correct because you use algebra to solve this. That is a fascinating fact about algebra. One thing that makes me like it so much, and you'll like it even more. Now let's go on from there and let's go into something most people would have difficulty in doing. I say I had difficulty on this, not gonna lie, it was a big difficulty for me. So let's go when the negative is in front of the x value. Yep. So negative 6 plus x is equal to, let's say I don't know, 17. Let's do 17. Let's do a big number this time, right? So negative 6 plus x is equal to 17. Most people would already know this answer by now, but hey, I'm here to help you guys, anybody that's suffering with this. So what we're gonna do, as usual, like the one from the previous one, we'll be bringing this, oh, my fault, we'll be bringing this negative 6, that's a weird circle, but okay, onto this side, and instead of a negative, we're gonna invert it, or basically make it an opposite, and we're gonna do a positive 6. Okay, positive 6. Let's go. Now, this might take some people some brain power, so I'll just leave it there for about, let's say, 10 seconds, and you just type it out, write it out, and just write the answer. I'm gonna let this go on for 10 seconds, counting with my fingers, starting now. Okay, let's go. You guys must have the answer by now. Sorry if I might have spooked you or anything, but yeah, that's just part of the process. So most likely you guys already have the answer. 17 plus 6 is equal to 23. That's why I started writing 2 there, but that 2 just, oh my days. Yeah, sorry for that. It's just that a lot of things are just here. Let's just see. 23. Also, something might have disconnected just now. You might have heard that. I'm just removing any external things that are just removing the ability for me to, or denying the ability for me to properly write right now, which is hassle. Yep. So x is equal to 23. Whoever got this answer, congratulations, you are a genius in this. Now, continuing on, we could also double check this. Hold up, let me do you guys a favor. Let me double check this, right? -6. I don't know if people have touched on a negative number yet, but it is important to at least know the basics of it, right? So -6 plus 23, big number, I know. 23 is equal to 17. Now, I would like to remind you guys that when there's a negative number here and a positive one here, right? A positive and a negative, what basically happens is the positive number gets minused by the negative number. So 23 would be minused by 6. So it'll instead be written like this: 23 minus 6 is equal to 17, which is another interesting way to use algebra to change equations. Sometimes it's quite useful. Yep. 23 minus 6 is equal to 17, which is also true, and this one's also true. So yep. Holy, that's a long tick. My fault, gang. Let's go. Nerd Planet on top, not gonna lie. Drawing wise, I'm not the best though. Yep. Don't trust me when I'm drawing. Don't ever trust me, bro, when I'm drawing. Yep. Let's go. Okay. Now, let's see. I don't know if people have touched on this yet, but let's go to multiplication now. Basic algebra would definitely, probably have multiplication on it. So I'm gonna assume people may have done it. So these are for people that want to know about it. 4x is equal to, let's make it a little bit interesting, and let's say 20, right? A little bit. Most people might know this answer in the back of their head. Some may not. It's all fine. We're gonna find this out. So when there's a 4x divided by 4x is equal to 20, what is the invert or the opposite of timesing or multiplying? Just so you know, when there's a 4x, there's also a let me just write down, right? I think there's secretly a times sign there, so like a x basically there, so you're multiplying the two. So going from that, you can also find out that yes, 4 is being multiplied by x, and if 4 is being multiplied by x, what can I do to remove that 4 times and bring it on to the other side? So there's a simple way. You could also do this. So 4 divided by 4 here, divided by 4 here, cross. It's a cross method. It's basically just to remove any of the variables from this side and not make a mistake when you're doing it. Most pure mathematicians use it. It's totally fine if you don't. There's no error when you don't use it. It's just a preference for people. Don't worry. I myself don't use it at all, as much, but hey, it's a preference. People use it, and it's not a bad preference. I'll be honest. Any preference in maths is the best thing. So as you can see, I wrote down x is equal to 5. Now we can double check that. As usual, you do 4, and usually I like it when I do it like this. So 4 brackets 5. So that should be equal to 20. But what I could also do to check that, just in case, I'll just write this here for people that might be confused why I use the bracket. But whenever a person uses a bracket, let's say there's 4 bracket 5 bracket, sorry, open bracket 5 and then closing bracket 5, closing bracket, just closing bracket after, it basically means that there's a multiplication power going on between those two numbers, but not something to be worried about. It's probably not even gonna come up to you guys level if you're doing basic algebra, but it's always a nice thing to know. Yeah, so going on from there, yeah, 4 times 5 is definitely 20. So yeah, I say we got that easy. Let's go, gang, let's go. I should definitely mark in red, not gonna lie. Okay, yep, I am a goat at this. Holy, oh, okay, I guess that gave out on me. Let's see, nice. Going on from that, since we did that, let's try and do some different things now, right? Instead of probably focusing on some other things, let's focus on some questions that I could give you guys. Yep, so I'm gonna just write a Q here all my days, because hell, I can't write, bro. Oh, actually, wait, I probably could. Hold up, it's a me moment where I'm being downvoted again. Don't know if I can increase the size of that, or if you can see it, but I have a feeling, yep, I can. Interesting, it's my first time using Note, so bear with me, guys. Questions 26, yeah, 26 seems fine. Let's see. Going on from there, I'll make some questions for you guys. You guys can do this at your own time. I'll even present you guys with the answers after probably a 20-second break, and you guys can pause the video then we'll continue on, right? So starting with question 1, let's do x plus 3 is equal to 5, and then let's do question 3. Question 2. I'll do 3 questions, by the way. Each of them will be for multiplying, subtracting, and what is it called? Addition. Oh my days, how did I forget about addition? Don't find a moment there. Writer's block, I guess. Yep, let's go. Plus, hope you guys understand that it's x plus. Yep, x plus. Let's do 5 here. X plus 5 is equal to, let's do 9. Yep, and let's go on to the third question, which is the final question for this additions part. Let's see. Let's not do that, right? Let's do one of the other ones that I taught you, which is, let's try 6 plus x. That's an x. Well, let's just say that's an x, right? I'm not good at drawing, bro. Trust me, bro. I'm about to cry after seeing this drawing. It's one of those moments. It's just one of those moments. Okay. Yep. Let's see, guys. X plus 3 is equal to 5. X plus 5 is equal to 9. 6 plus x is equal to 10. Now, I'm going to be starting a 20-second countdown. And let's see if I can start it. Yep. Starting in 3, 2, 1. You guys can pause it if you want, but I've already started the counter. So once this counter reaches the 20-second mark, I'll start presenting the whole thing with the answers and every other thing that is needed, like the bits and pieces, right? Yep. Let's go. The counter has ended. Some people might think it was quite short, but that's because I was speaking in between the counter, which is, I guess, a dumb thing by me. I don't know. You guys could pause the video later if you want. Currently, you could pause it right now. Like, I'm gonna start the question now. So x plus 3. Let's do that method where I basically remove this and put it here as a minus 3, right? So I basically take that positive 3, bring it here and make it a negative 3. It's as simple as that. No advanced technique, no real effort needed here, right? It's like, hey, it's a one step. It's a one step basic algebra. That's what we're learning. Let's go on to this one. Now, this one, plus 5, that's a plus 5. Please don't confuse that as a times 5 or anything like that. It just looks weird, I know. But yeah, so remove that plus 5. You take that plus 5 and you deposit it here. Oh, I like that word, not gonna lie. And oh, sorry, 9 minus 5. Oh, bro, I said it was an n. Is equal to 4. X is equal to 4. Hey, my handwriting's improved, hopefully. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm better with a pen, but hey, not today, I guess. Yeah, we could also check this out later on if you guys want, but I'll just be providing you guys with the answers. You could also use the other technique that I told you, which was the basically remove the x with the 4 just to test it out. Yep, that's what I'm just saying. Now let's take that out. No need for you to take out that plus. It's just my line just got way too big there. Now it's a pos. Oh, I promise that was not really what I was aiming for, but okay. I'll leave it there. Minus. Ooh, this is quite tight. Minus 6. Minus 6, okay. And it'll be negative. Sorry, not negative. Why am I saying negative? It'll be 4 again. Yep, it'll be 4. X is equal to 4. Hey, my x is not the best, but I'll take it. That's enough for me. Yeah. So that is great, not gonna lie. Now we're gonna be going on to our subtracting one. And don't worry guys, for some of you wondering why am I not doing the dividing one. The dividing one is a bit hard to explain sometimes, so I'll be taking the most time on that, because times, nobody really needs to know about times on basic algebra, right? I could do some harder questions later on, but that's for maybe the next video. Yep. So for now, let's focus on addition, subtraction, multiplication, and then I'll separately explain dividing. I think it needs its own segment right now. So at the basically the last part, I'll be explaining dividing with a x factor or a x numeral on there. It shouldn't be that hard. Let's go. So this one's gonna be the x, the negative ones. Yep. So let's do x. Oh, basically the subtracting one. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying, bro. X minus 3 equal to 7. Let's go to the next one. X minus 4. Holy, why is my number so big? It's equal to 6. Now let's go. Yeah, let's go like this. Negative 3. Don't mind all that. Holy, I'm telling you, there's something wrong with my handwriting. 10. Let's just say it's 10, right? It's 10. Yep. Let's start it off. 20-second counter. Gonna be starting, and now. Time's up, boys. Time for me to answer these questions, or you could just pause the video right now and yeah, don't need to check the answer until you finish solving it. It's not that hard. Let's go. X minus 3. Yes, sorry if I'm doing 2 steps. I could definitely just cross that off and put a plus 3, but that's because I just realized that. Yep, I usually like repeating my equations. So yeah, you bring the negative 3 here, it'll become a positive 3. So yup, it will be 10. X is equal to 10. Sorry for that Minecraft type 10. I don't know what I did there. Next, I won't do this again because I definitely didn't need to do that. So yeah, positive 4. I'll be bringing the negative 4 from this side, from that side onto this side. Yep, so that's where the positive 4 come from. And 6 plus 4, as most of us know, it should be, drum rolls please, 10. Very anticlimactic, but hey, it's gotta work someday. Now, negative 3 plus x. This was probably some tricky for some people, not gonna lie. It was tricky for me in my life. I didn't have much resources available to me. So yeah, I'll explain this. No, actually I did. I'll just answer it. That's what I mean. Oh my days. Yep. Oh, why is it not circling? Okay, now it's circling. By the way, that's a negative 3. So sorry for any miscommunication that might have happened there. That is a negative 3 on there, and it'll become a positive 3 here. So yeah, sorry if my numbers are just quite small here. I just need to make use of my small space there. So is equal to 13 because 10 plus 3 is 13, and x is equal to 13. We can give regard to that positive. We could put a positive here, but like the golden rule of math say, like the golden rule of math say, you can't, I mean, you have to use the least amount of ink for every single equation that you write. So for us, like lowest amount of ink that we can do for this is not writing a positive x with a sign, but just writing an x, which is just enough to signify that it's positive. Unless it was negative, you write a negative sign in front of it, which is basically a subtracting sign. So yeah, that's all good. Let's go on to the next ones. Let's see. Okay, so far so good. I'd say you guys are doing well if you reach this point. All of you guys, all of you nerds, you nerdsies. Yeah, I called you nerds. What are you gonna do? Yeah, nah, I'm just being weird. Continuing on. I think it was times. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do some simple times questions, not too hard, not really that easy, maybe. Depends. Could be easy, could be hard. The reason I'm not teaching you much more of times is because if I were to teach you more, it'd take more time, and I'd rather teach that in the next video, not gonna lie. Like, so if you guys wanna see more on it, probably subscribe and like the video, and I'll make more. Hey, it's not that bad of a deal. You get education, I get subscribers and likes. It's a win-win. I get to spread my wisdom. That's what I want. Let's go. 2x is equal to this is not that hard, guys. You guys can definitely do this. I made sure that most of the answers are similar in a way. So yeah, I'll start the countdown. 20-second countdown starting now. Great job, guys, for anyone that's finished by now. And if you haven't, just don't worry, just pause the video and it's all fine. Yep, continuing on, we take that times, as you can see, in between this gap, this gap here, and this gap here, oh sorry, that gap there, there's a multiplication sign. Most people probably would know that, but there are some that don't, and it's all fine. We all start somewhere, and it's not a bad idea to start today. Yeah, so this will be a times, that will be a times. Sorry for this iffy drawing. I just started today, started first ever video for this channel. Yippee! Hey, hopefully it goes well, not gonna lie. By 5. Okay, so what I do as usual, invert the functions, which is basically multiplication, addition, subtraction, and dividing. So inverse of multiplication is dividing, so yeah, and that is equal to, if you use a calculator or maybe your brain, you'd also get that x is equal to 5. And let's see, next, same thing here, you take that 6, you divide it by 36. It's not that hard, all you need to do is divide. Let's go, let's see here, 36 divided by 6 is 6. Yeah, I made sure most of them were easy for you guys, don't worry. So this one, same thing, take that 2, divide the 6 by 2, you get bum 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 bum, drum roll please, 3. I already wrote that. Oh my days, my brain is functioning so slow right now. Oh well, good job to you guys, good game. Whoever got the answers, and whoever didn't, don't worry, there's other chances for you guys to get it correct. Just be prepared. This is a learning experience, and one thing I know for sure, mistakes just make you better, not gonna lie, it definitely does. Let's see, we did times, we did multiplication, addition, subtraction. Next one on our schedule would be division, so I guess let's explain on division now. So division, right, let's say something, let's say is 3, sorry, not 3, my fault, it's y divided by 3. Okay, just a reminder guys, if you see like fractional form, this is called a fractional form of this, this line here, it's basically the dividing line, or yeah, the dividing line. So you divide the top one with the bottom numeral, so this one, sorry, the top with the bottom, so it's y divided by 3. So yeah, that's basically it, that's what I wanted to explain. Now continuing on, you could write, yeah, let's say 2, right, y over 3 is equal to 2. So basically we can use inverse here, but it's a bit more complicated. Instead of doing the whole thing, we're gonna be doing only the denominator. So the denominator will be going from there to there. It will be 2 times 3, so times that by 3, you would be getting 6. So y is equal to 6. Pats on the back if you already knew that or have the answer already. It's all your job, and I'm here to explain, and pats on the back. It's amazing that people already know this, especially considering the level that people learn. Oh, my fault. I brought back the last question. Yep. Let's see guys, I did that. So I explained that. I think that was fine. Probably should have actually I'll bring it back, hold up. Oh, can I not? Oh, I did. Yeah, I'll bring it back for now. I think I forgot to explain something. So we'll double check it right here on this side. So let's say 6. Instead of the y, we're gonna use the 6 because y is equal to 6 here. As you can see on our answer, y is equal to 6. 6 divided by 3. Now 6 divided by 3 should be obvious, but it's always 2. It's always good to clarify or double check your answers like people do. Sometimes you don't need to, sometimes you need to. Clarification and double checking answers is very important, especially in the world of algebra. Some people just can't get by without it, so it's fine if you need to, also fine if you don't need to, but it's always better to double check. It's always better, trust. There's a lot of people that may say, hey, it's better not to, you're gonna be wasting time, but hey, it's better to not, it's better to probably learn something than not, you know. So yeah, continuing on. I believe, yeah, instead of having the y on top, or I guess the x, it doesn't really matter what numerator or whatever you have, we'll change that. and put a numeral on the top and the y at the bottom. Or I guess you could also say x, but for me, I'm gonna use the y because I already used x so much, and my x drawing, hey, it's horrible, and my y, I just realized it looks so freaking good right now, so I'd rather use it. Yep. Now continuing on this, let's say 3, right? 3 over y is equal to 3. Now what we'll do here is the same thing like I said last time. Instead of bringing the top numerator, we'll bring the denominator, which is the bottom part, right? So we'll bring that, inverse that function into here. Now inversing that would make it a times y, which is also known as simplified form, since we're using the least amount of ink. 3y, right? 3y is equal to 3. Now this may look familiar to another thing you guys have done, right? Yep, you learned about it recently. I'll just turn it around for you guys. 3y is equal to 3. I turn it around. It's just a simple turn around, it's not really matters. So let's say let's say 3. It's simple. I forgot what I was about to say. Writer's block. Multiplication. The multiplication one that I taught you, you're basically just gonna apply that onto the second step here. So you're gonna bring that 3 from the 3y, bring it here, divide it by that, and you'd get, you'd get a 3 over 3, which is also equal to, guess what, 1. Y is equal to 1, and you can double check that with this. 3 over 1 is equal to 3, because 3 over 1, any numeral over 1 is going to be the same numeral again, or divide by 1, yep, or times by 1. It's the same thing every single time. So yep, answer there is correct. Tomondo. Okay, continuing from that, let's see. Now I think it's better that I give you some questions on division, and we could work that out, well, the same way we did for multiplication and subtracting one and addition one. Yeah, hope you guys see that. Let's try the first one we did. Y over 3 is equal to 6, right? Next one, let's do y. That's a y, don't worry about that, it's a y. Frick. That's a y, yep, that's a y. Y over 4 equal to 5. And here comes the tricky one. 4 over y is equal to 2. Let's see you guys solve these questions. It's not that hard. You guys can do it. I believe in you guys. Starting in 20 seconds. Let's go. Timer has stopped. Let's continue on from where we left off. That was kind of clean. Okay, yeah. Probably should use that. Okay, continuing. Let's bring this 3 onto here as usual, as taught. Would be bringing it here, where I'd be timesing it by 3. 6 3s 18. Yep. Is equal to y. So if you got that, it's correct. Good job, correcto mundo. Getting that on from here. 4 on to 5. You bring it to 5 here. Yep, you bring it to 5 here. It's gonna be times 4. Let's see if I can draw that. Okay, let's say that's a times. Okay, that's a times. I say that's a times. 20 is equal to y. Hey, that's good, right? Now let's go on to the tricky one, which I assigned to you guys. Let's see if we can get it. 4. Yep, let's see. Bring the y onto here. It'll be 2y. 2y. Okay, why is it not 2y? Okay, basically 2 times y. And okay, we could bring that 2y onto any side, but it doesn't really matter what side you do it. But as most people prefer, you could bring this 2y onto this side, which would just make it into 2y equal to 4. Same thing as the multiplication one that I taught you, the multiplication algebra one. You bring that 2, cross it off, divide it here by 2, and you get y is equal to 2. So if you have reached this point, guys, just know you basically have got most of basic algebra down, as long as you remember the golden rules, as long as you remember the addition, the subtraction, the multiplication, the division. You're all set for continuing on to your next set of lessons for algebra, which will be coming out shortly, probably in some set amount of time, which I can't confirm. So if you have reached this point, thank you very much. And if you would like to continue on with this journey with me, subscribe, leave a comment of how maybe I could improve this video. I definitely need improvement, as I can see. I need improvement in writing and all that. Hey, I'm free to take advice. I'm always willing to take advice from you guys. Any type of advice, hey, I'm here. I'm willing to listen to you guys' advice, and I'm willing to also give you advice. So yes, do understand. If you just leave a comment on my page, I'm willing to help you out on anything, as long as it's within my capabilities. Anything at all. I'm also probably going to be doing physics, chemistry, bio on my channel. So if you're excited for that, hey, leave a like and subscribe. Yeah.